Hey guys, mtGnoob here, and I'm going back to the deck that I originally started the standard season with, pretty much full circle. Gatecrash is coming out this weekend and will be live on Moto, I'd say within the next week or two, not 100% sure. But in the meantime, let's just kind of take you back full circle and give you an updated Grixis list. This list is quite interesting as it came in fourth place at the starcitygames event last weekend. I feel that this list is really pretty strong, has some good metagame choices, some good synergies, but is a little bit greedy on the mana base. By a little bit, I mean very greedy. So let's talk about that mana base. 4 Catacombs, 4 Blood Crypts, 4 Scomets, 4 Steam Vents, and 3 Sulphur Falls. All that seems pretty normal. As you can see, there's no basic lands in this list at all, which makes your Ghost Quarters really much not optimal if you want to try to rip your own land for an extra mana and fix your mana. So don't try to do that, which I pretty much did and ended up punting. I was like, oh, I'll try to bonfire or something, and then I was like, why won't this Ghost Quarter do it? And then finally, I just realized, oh, I'm not playing basics. And that's why it's greedy, because it's only going to produce colorless for you. But it is going to keep decks that play Cavern of Souls honest, so to speak. So that's why I would assume it's in here. Then you have a Lighthouse, which filters your decks, which is pretty good. And a Drown Yard for, I guess, the control mirrors, which, can go long and end up having a win condition is pretty nice against them. Okay, let's talk about everything else in no specific order. I'll start with Planeswalkers. You have 3 Jace, Architect of Thought, 2 Tamiyo, and did I leave out Nicol Bolas? I think I left out Nicol Bolas. God, today is just not my day. Um, well, there might be a Nicol Bolas in here. Let's find out if there's a Nicol Bolas in here. Let's find out. I'll pause the video for you. Okay, so we're back. Sorry about that. Yes, we are supposed to be playing a Nicol Bolas. However, this list is apparently running 61 cards, which is why I originally did not have it in the list, which makes me a little curious. I usually like to keep it tight at 60, but we'll try it at 61. I mean, Bolas is worth the 61st card, and if you're going to play an extra one, you're going to play a good one. Also, this is a 5th place list, not a 4th place list. So now that those corrections are out of the way, let's get back. 3 of these, 2 of these, and 1 of these powerhouses. Okay, let's talk creatures. 4 Snapcasters, 3 Livia, 1 Niv Mizzet. So we have 8 creatures, and we do have 3 key runes for fixing, and pretty good as a 3/1 first striker. Blocks Thragtusk all day long, which you can't go wrong with that. Okay, tons of removal and not much card draw. Let's talk counter spells first. 3 Dissipate, 2 Syncopate, and discard, and some burn. 3 Rakdos Returns. Finally, removal. 3 Pillar of Flames, 2 Mizium Mortars, 2 Ultimate Price, 3 Dreadbore, which I'm a fan of, a Barter and Blood for the hexproof decks, and 2 Bonfires of the Dam. So I feel like it's a very creature-centric deck in a sense that it just wants to beat the crap out of other creatures and then just try to win with its creatures. So I guess I could say it's a removal-centric deck. I didn't really go too in-depth because at this point, if you watch the first time and have been watching standards, most of these cards you should know what they do by now. But if you have any concerns or questions, please feel free to comment in the comment section. Let's talk about the sideboard here. We have 2 Cyclonic Rifts. These are pretty good against tokens. They're pretty good against anything that's pretty annoying. I guess they're okay against banned hexproof because you could always bounce a token that they made, or you can bounce a creature that they made. The enchantments that would go on the creature, you could bounce all their permanents. I mean, but it's usually much better against slower decks that won't poop out, a token when Thragtusk leaves play. Then you have Is It Charms. They're very versatile. counters target non-creature spell, shocks something, draws 2 cards, discards 2 cards. I like this card a lot. I think it's pretty solid. Counterflux just wins counter wars. Just like, nope, don't do that. You can't win that. So that's going to come in against controls. Tribute is for the Bant Hexproof deck, as is Sever. The second Barter of Blood. Sever for tokens or any large problematic creatures. Slaughter Games for decks that try to grind you out, win with like Sphinx's Revelations. Sometimes you can name Thragtusk, but you should have enough removal to beat a single or even double Thragtusk. And finally, Zealous Conscripts, because you want to steal some things. And Bash Face. Okay, so that's the deck tech. Hopefully we'll have some fun games with this deck. And thanks for watching, and please check out theMTGnoob.com.